Well, hello, this is Jim on this Total Nerdy channel here, and we are making some lock-on missiles. Now, I just want to give you a little heads up here. In the weapon menu, or the current version of StarMade, that is in February 2016, when this is made, the DPS, that's not this weapon system, but many weapon systems have counted out DPS, and in this version it seems to be currently flawed. That made me draw some wrong conclusions. If you want to count out your damage per second, then you take the damage per shot and divide that by, well, the reload milliseconds. So convert that to seconds, that's 15 seconds for you. Slice the damage, and you will understand, well, how many damage per second it will be. To make the lock-on, you select your computer and then you spawn a pulse computer, and you need to select that computer and link that up. Then you have lock-on. You can also take your missile system, spawn a beam computer and link that up, and you have missile lock-on. These two missiles are now the exact same. There is no difference whatsoever, and they have lock-on effect. Like if I turn around here, and I believe that it's kind of long here, but if we look here, we could select a random entity here, and we can lock these on, and we should not shoot it. But that's how it works anyways, so you just lock them on. However, you can now change the properties on these missiles. The pulse missile I usually call for, I call them heavy missiles. And here we have the oftenly referred to sniper missiles. If you have full support of beam systems, you will have something that many call for sniper missiles, because the range is increased. And now we have a little visitor here. The range is increased, and that's, well, really good. You can go in here, and it's different for all servers. But if we compare this, we can see that the damage per missile is quite high, because it's namely so that the total weapon system decides the damage of the entire weapon. It's not only the main system, as I may have said in earlier times, and that's only because the in-game damage per second count out currently only counts main system, and that's not right. So this will have a higher damage per second than this one, even though their main system is equally big. Let me just calculate this for you. So by my calculations, this weapon does 80 damage per second, while this weapon does 40 damage per second. Now we should build a missile of this one, and you see that you can use like less blocks also. Like if I do like this, we will have 50% support, and if we go in here, we can see that look here, we have lock-on. It does 3000 damage per missile, and the reload time is almost a minute, and that's quite long. And this should have a slightly higher damage per second, but as you see, there's not that big of a difference in missile damage. Because heavy missiles, they are slower, but they do more damage per missile, but the reload time is also higher. So the pulse missiles are like heavy missiles, slow reload time and heavy damage, while these other lock-on missiles are kind of more sniper long-range missiles. And of course you can have as many percent as you want of support, but you shouldn't have full more than 100, because that's useless. So like if I would put a third block on this is just stupid, because this is only 2 blocks, and well, support system can never be higher. To make some few recommendations for missiles, explosive effect computer is really efficient, and if you have the energy, you can always use overdrive to increase the damage, but then it will take much more energy. One thing you also can do is You can have crystals or light, doesn't matter, to change the colors of your missiles. So we have a little color here, and let's have, you can have crystals or lights, doesn't matter. Like this, link that up as a light. So here we have the pulse missile. It would really drain some energy. And you can see it did really drain some energy. I think maybe we can't damage our own stuff. Lock on this one. Whoops. Oh, too fast for me. And we have the sniper missile, 100% support, and fire. Like that. And the pulse or beam computer, doesn't matter. Go in here. And I mean, many people don't have any support system on their lock-on missiles because they load much faster this way. If you have much support systems, either beam or pulse, both make the reload time slower. I think that if we have I can compare them for you. Just a second, like this. We go in here and we see that, well, 7,000 damage per missile is pulse, 100% support. Reload time is here 90 seconds. That is 1.5 minutes. And here we have the missile computer with beams on, and it's 45 seconds, so it's a really long reload time. And if you don't have any support, you will have 15 seconds reload time. And if you have this as main weapons, you should maybe not have too much, or have several computers that you can also have. And you can see here also in missile speed, if we fire this one, it's really, oh, I made it too big. Wait, like this. It's really big. And really slow. You see it? Super slow. That's, by the way, often referred to as nukes. And you see that little prick, that little missile going away, and then we shoot this super fast, 100%, and then it's super fast. So missile speed is always, well, it's also changed. Remember that you can change the orientation of the main computer in any direction, so you actually could shoot missiles in other directions. Now I will show a little secret, it's not secret, but a little cool tip you can do with missiles. They might remove it, or they might have it left here. But if you have really heavy systems of missiles, you realize that, oh my god, I do not have the energy to fire bigger missiles, but I want faster reload time. Then I will share with you this little tip here that will make them much more fun, but this is maybe a bit advanced. But you see here, I made ported up groups, they're not connected in any way. Then I do an equally big support system. The support system can be anywhere actually, but this is just for convenience. Now we can go into this menu here and we see that we have 8 groups, that's 8 missiles. And you know as well as me as these are very heavy missiles, and we will actually deplete its energy on each missile here. But if we go in here, we can, let's see here, go in first person, it's a bad view, but you see here, we fire a missile, we wait for the energy to, we can't fire yet, but we wait for the energy to rise, and you know it's 1.5 minute load time, you know that. But now when energy is full again, we can fire again. Yes, there again. And we can basically fire this 8 times. And you see there are separate clocks of reloading missiles that we have here. So it's rather cool. Let's link up this light too. And we fire another one. And why? Oh yeah, that's why. And wait for the energy and fire! So isn't that very neat to part them up like this? Very useful for heavy missiles. As you know, this beauty does 7,000 per shot. So yeah, but they're also easier to shoot down with AMS turrets. But you know what? Pirates don't have, or the ISANs, something. If you use them, they don't have AMS turrets. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. And this, well, now you basically know very much about the missiles. See you next time. Jimmyism Total Nerdy Channel out.